just trying to draw a bit of attention here in Stratford. We're trying to get a bit of publicity to try to make people realise what we think of how silly we're doing silly things because it's a silly thing that they're doing.
There's a couple of main reasons. For example, that he didn't left one book in his will and testament. That there's no one letter or manuscript in his own handwriting. That his two daughters were like illiterate. That his son-in-law, who could write and wrote a diary, never mentions once his father-in-law that he was a famous writer. I don't believe that.
There's no evidence whatever. The whole thing is a fabrication. It's conspiracy theory. It's been going on for about 150 years. It didn't start till long after Shakespeare died. Nobody doubted Shakespeare's authorship of his works in his lifetime. If you go to the church here, you'll see a monument to William Shakespeare of Stratford-upon-Avon with inscriptions, one in Latin, the other in English, praising him as a great writer. There's masses of documentary evidence that William Shakespeare of Stratford-upon-Avon was the writer of the great works that are attributed to him. There's no evidence whatever that the Earl of Oxford or any of the other 77 people who over the years have been suggested as the author of the plays. That in itself seems to be enough to show that this is a loony idea, that 77 people, including Queen Elizabeth, Cervantes, the author of Don Quick, Daniel Defoe, who died long after Shakespeare, all have been suggested and put forward by people who have this crazy idea. I think it's partly because they're snobs. It's partly because of snobbery in a lot of cases. They would like to feel that the author of these great works must have been an aristocrat, a member of the aristocracy. It's often due also to ignorance, the feeling that a man born in this town of Stratford couldn't have had enough education to write the plays, which is just not true. There was a great school here, a very good grammar school here, which Shakespeare would have had the opportunity to attend because his father was an alderman and a bailiff of the town. There's no mystery about it at all.